Next in Khan Academy, let's take a look at having a student get signed up. Your student will also go to khanacademy.org and click sign up. From there, they will enter in their information starting with learner, date of birth, and again, they can connect with Google, Facebook, Apple, or an email address. They're going to enter in their first and last name, and create themselves a password. Keep in mind that I am signing up students on an internet browser on a desktop computer, and they can do this from a smartphone or a handheld tablet. Anywhere that they can download the app for Khan Academy would be just fine. So it will look a little different on those devices. Also, if you initially send them the link for your class and they have not first created an account, they'll first be asked to do that, and that will look a little different as well. Now that George is in a class, or now that George has an account, let's look at having him join a class. And again, this is joining a class using an internet browser on a desktop computer. The next video will focus on joining a class using a smartphone. So George is going to scroll down. On the left-hand side, there's menu options, and he's going to click on the tab for teachers. Then I'll move to the right-hand side, and if he has the teacher's code for the class, he can enter that in, or he can use the email address to send a link to the teacher and enter in that way. Let's do this using a code. It'll verify the name of the class that he's supposed to be joining. And if he recognizes the name, you can go ahead and click join. So now George is actually in two different classes, and we can see them listed over on the left-hand side. So he's in the differentiated class MBGED, and he's in class practice 1. So depending on which content he wants to access, he can click on either of those to continue on with the lessons. You can see the top one, MBGED, is listed first. And going down the middle, he has his content and the due date for each of those. To get started with those, he's literally going to move over and click start. A lot of the content in Khan Academy is based on videos. And you can just click play.
What we have here are pictures of running pigs, and
you can see with the video, just like any other video content online, you have the option to play or pause. You have the option to change the volume, closed captioning. There are some setting features, and all of these Khan Academy videos are linked to YouTube, which is kind of nice. And of course, you can go full screen to make it large. One thing I always tell my students is the great thing about having all of these videos is if you don't catch something or you want to rewatch it, all you have to do is rewind it. And you can replay these videos as many times as you want. When George is done with this video,
what we're building will help you one day be able to think about those things quite easily.
again, he has the option to replay it right here, or he can simply click next assignment. And on the left-hand side, you can see the progression through the lessons. So he can kind of jump ahead looking further into seeing what is coming up. But when he clicks next assignment, you'll see that it automatically moved down to the next lesson or practice set. For practice sets, it's going to click let's go. Then I'll read through the questions and try to find the best answers. If he doesn't get it quite right, it will tell him, and he has the answer to, or he has the option to show a step or simply try it again. So if George doesn't quite understand this, he can choose show a step. It's a little helpful hint that Khan Academy gives to help people move along, especially with an area that they're struggling in. He also can watch the video now that he has the hints showing, or he can get another hint, up to 4 for this particular question. And then go back up and try the answer again. Once he's done with the practice, it'll come up with a summary of how he did on it. And he can look through that. He earns energy points, which is just kind of a fun way of saying this is how well you did, and you're moving forward. By clicking show and hide, you can see the areas that are coming up and how well he's doing on them. And when he's ready, he can click next assignment. Again, he'll see it flip through the list over here. When he's all done for the day, he'll go up to his name and then click log out.